Hi, welcome to another Chidge's Tips. I'm Dean Simons, I'm in marketing, and with me is Ryan Chidge. How you going?
Not too bad, Dean. Hey guys, how are we going?
So today we're going to be looking at minimum vendor order quantities. So what are they?
Well, Dean, it's a cool new feature that's come out in a recent release to help us manage how we order from our vendors. So basically, we can set on our vendor associations to a part a minimum order quantity to help out when we're going to order from that vendor.
Okay, and can you just run us through a quick little demonstration of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do is we'll jump into our purchasing and vendor module here, okay? And what we'll do is we'll select a vendor from our list on the left, and then we'll see along the top in our tabs we have parts, okay? In our part we have all our associated parts to that vendor, and what we can do is we can actually highlight the line here and edit, and then we can edit the information in here, which we will see we have our minimum quantity. So we can set that, let's set that at 2 for this one. Okay, so we see when we come back here, change that to 2, we'll save, and we can also add another one for another part by hitting that green plus, selecting our part, giving it a vendor's number if they have their own, last cost is important, and then setting that minimum quantity. Okay, we can see we've got the 2 there now, so we'll save that. Right, so we can see this in action by raising a purchase order to the vendor. So we'll go along to the purchase order module, we'll create a new purchase order, on the top left in the new button, and select our vendor A and B distribution, and we'll select our parts that we ordered off them. A B202 and a B200. So B202 100. Okay, and we can see because I've only ordered the 1 over here, the vendor requires a minimum quantity of 3 to be ordered for this part. Would you like to order that amount? Absolutely, and we can see it pops it in there. If we do that for the other one as well, BB202. We see we get the message again. If we want to order that quantity we originally put in, so the 1, we can hit no and it'll feed through. Obviously the alert letting us select the quantity we've popped in to help out with those order quantities when our vendors specify we must order some. We can even actually now bring these in through a spreadsheet as well. So when we go to File and Import, we'll see our list of CSVs we can import. We head along to our V for vendor, and we'll see vendor parts. Okay, if we hit next, we can actually export a template out, and it also offers our instructions, and we can choose our vendor, our Fishbowl part number, our vendor's part number, last cost, unit measure, lead time, is it the default vendor, and there's our minimum order quantity. So if we were to get the template out, we'll just save it to our desktop. Okay, we'll go back to the desktop. Here it is here. We can actually see how that spreadsheet looks there. So we can add our vendor's name there, their part number, our part number, their part number, the last vendor's cost, the unit measure, lead time, is the default vendor, and then our minimum quantity. And then we can go back into Fishbowl, save that spreadsheet, and import it to get all those minimum quantities back on our vendors. Quick tip and important bit of information: before you import any data sheets into Fishbowl, it's always good to set up and run a database backup. So we can go into Setup and Schedule, and go New, and then Database Backup, following the prompts through to naming it and selecting the file path for where to go. So we'll just call it that. Oh, select our directory, we'll put it on the desktop today. How regularly do we want it to run? And we see it pops up as a task. We can highlight it and then press play, and it's up the top here running. And as soon as that's finished, it tells us a success, and then we can go import those data sheets pretty simple for a nice handy little tool when ordering from our vendors.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your help there, Ryan. If you have any questions about that or even the schedule, don't hesitate calling the Fishbowl office on 1300 785 755. Alright, thanks for your time, Ryan.
No problem, guys. And if you're chasing those updates, jump on the maintenance program.
Yeah, because it's only in the latest version that this feature is available, so definitely jump on that. Very handy. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.